Okay guys, first off, we'll talk about research. So in research, you have all these different trees you can choose from. Defense is worthless, and upgrade defense is garbage. Do not work on them unless you want to max out everything, which I would not. Um, important places, always do the military tree up to this part here. You could do the rest. They're good research if you're going to Valley lead. But you're looking for like traps, I would not. Of course, you have to max out up to here. This is not mandatory. Monster hunt, I would do it all, unless you're trying to build a trap account, then I would not. Upgrade military, it depends. Like, you can get away with not doing this. It's not necessary, but if you are a trap account and you don't want to spend a whole lot of money like healing and building troops, I would max this out. Just so when it comes to taking a rally and you take some T4 losses, you aren't losing too much. I mean, still losing a lot, but at least you can save 30%. I would not get this because it's 7 million might. Now, if you're going to be a rally lead, I would go ahead and do it. Just like this, it's helpful, but it's not necessary to use. You can get away with just one. Familiars, it's kind of must-have. It's kind of painful to say, like, even as a trap account, I have to get Pat 4 at this point. It's just useful familiars for you in Pat 4. I don't have many done, but I do have some. Like, Wonder Battles, not useful for me because I have a trap, just like singles. Now, granted, depending on the guild you want to be in, some will make you have, singles. You need it for if you want to join a real war rally guild. If you are, content with your small guild, with, your family guild, then, unless they start asking, I would not work on this. Especially if you're a trap account, because it's going to add in a lot of might into it. T5 is not mandatory as a trap, but if you're going for like a rally trap, you're going to want T5 for the extra damage. Just don't do T5 Siege, there's no point. Siege is kind of the worthless troop in this game. You don't need Siege for walls. You can send a full army of T4 and kill the wall. What else am I missing from military? I guess I only covered that. I should have gone in order. Army research, you don't really need anything in it besides these maybe wedges. Are nice to defend in. Cab wedge is kind of the worst off, but infantry and range is good. And the plate, all the like resources that weaken the enemy, it's not good. You're going to add on like 30 million might each. So that's 90 million between the three of them, which is not worth it. More might may make you look big, but it's really not good for you. In the sense that when you want to move, like, let's say if I want to go back to 1214, I don't know if it will let me from here. Oh yeah, it won't let me. Let me return first. So now let me type in 1214. It will cost me 16 to move back. Well, probably because so many people are in the battle arena right now. But 16 and I'm almost a billion like, that's not pretty good for me. I would have to go for bigger kingdoms. And, you know, the bigger you get, the more it's going to cost you, so. Now, I would say, depending on what you want to be, if you're a value lead, I would probably go for like 1.5 billion, because you're going to want all of these extra damage. You probably might be closer to max percent now, because you're going to want to have 5. You're going to want, you know, the signals. I don't know. The signals, it depends. If you're going for a max account, you will want singles. If you're going to War Valley leader, you don't really need it unless you're really going to spend a whole lot into singles. Which, where the packs are up. Where are they? They might not be up this time. Okay, I'm not up. But you do have those signals where they do give you like 10% cab or infantry or ranged attack with like 10% defense for cab, range, or whatever. And they're okay, but they cost a lot of money. So unless you're willing to spend, you know, like thousands of dollars getting them to go to where they're actually good, there's really no point in doing that. But of course, as a value leader, you're going to want the wonder battles and then the advanced wonder battles. Definitely because, not this one, it is this one where people can send more. You're also going to want, you know, like the one that increases the amount of how many people can be in there. You know, like 500,000 and another 500,000. You know, that's a lot. And that adds a whole nother million on top of your 2 million already. When it comes to familiars, I would stop at Pat 4. These are not useful. I mean, they are, but if you're going for like War Valley account, or if you're going for a trap account, I would not work on these at all. If you're going for like a max account where you have max research, I would do this before I did defense or upgrade defense. These two are like the most useless trees in the game. They need a serious buff to make them good. Because you might be thinking, oh, traps, they add on. Traps don't do enough to matter. Nor does your wall. I mean, your wall goes like, oh, look, I get a max out wall. I can be like 2 million wall HP. Yeah, it sounds cool in the beginning, and then you come into people that can send 100,000, and there goes your wall. Like military command, as you can tell, I have like hardly anything worked on. I just went for breakthrough because you want mythic equipment. And then you can stop there at a trap. I mean, you could do this for the fun of it. This one's kind of useful if you're like, you want to become a trap, but you're not beat enough yet. I probably max this out. Just so you can hide more troops. Deposit is kind of good too. So you can deposit more. Energy, yeah, it really depends on what you're going for. But if you're going for a trap, you kind of want around the same research as me. You could probably get away with not doing that much as I am doing. Like, you don't need T5 that much. It really depends. If you're going for like a single rally trap, you probably don't need this. But if you want like a full-on rally trap where you can take on multiple rallies, then you're going to want T5. And that's about it for research. I mean, you just need economy for T5. So, I mean, not T5, for T4. And then you need T4 for T5. But you don't really need, all the hacker stuff. You don't need the fairy stuff. Fairy. Because your whole job is not to be in fairy. You kind of want to make it seem like, oh no guys, I can't take a rally. Don't rally me, please. But if you are a war rally leader, you're going to want this. You're going to want all of this. And that's it for research. But let's go into now gear. My gear's not the best right now. It can be so much better. But the one thing you can say about all my gear is they all have just attack jewels in. Attack. You want attack jewels. You don't really want anything else. Now, it is good to have the champion jewel where you get HP. You also want HP, but the one jewel you do not want to have in is the defense ones. So let me go find one. Like defense, so like, oh look, I get defense 20. And you might be thinking like, look, it's better than the green jewel I have for attack. No, these things don't do anything. They're completely useless. They have been tested. Defense does nothing. Like, I have been playing this game for like 7-8 years now, and I still can't figure out what the point of these defense jewels. You can put them in and see if I'm wrong, but I'm not. You're going to find that you can play with them, and you're going to find out they do absolutely nothing. Like, they should do something. They just don't. So if you have these, don't put them in. If you got attack, I would put them in. If you don't have anything, and you have like the gems to spend on, then maybe just throw them in just to fill them up. But yeah, even then I think they're kind of worthless. Even like the wall defense jewels do nothing. The trap ones do nothing. I mean, it'd be cool if these were like HP instead, like 20% HP, wall HP would be cool. It would actually make wall useful because you can have like, why can't I do basic math? 160 more percent in health. That would be crazy to have. But nope, makes them useless. When it also comes to gear, it depends on what you're looking for. Since mine is just a trap account, this is what I have for my gear. Now, I want to replace this with another cup at some point, but I want to get these cups done first. So once these cups are orange, I'll replace this with a gold cup. Because, yeah, I mean, right now it's okay, but I want 2 attacks, so we have range. And it has army defense, which is garbage. What I want is the HP. I want the infantry and ranged attacks, but I also want the infantry and ranged AP. And you might be thinking, well, that just looks like an infantry cup. It is. I don't have the juice to play with, but I would like, and if I could get a gold champion, I would rather have that. And if I can't get that, I would rather go gold cav, infantry, and range attack from the 20%. And then I would have 60% more 60% attack compared to what I have right now. And then So this is my mix gear. It kind of even, it kind of not. I have mine on infantry and range right now, so it won't be completely even, and it doesn't have to be. So, but you can see that my stacks are kind of close together and attacks. So if someone attacks me, I can switch without worrying about, I can switch my formation. So if, like, someone's attacking me in cab, I can switch to range. Or if someone attacks me in range, I can switch to infantry. Now, if someone attacks you in infantry, you might think, oh, I want to go into cavalry or cavalry. You more want to be an infantry. If someone attacks you in infantry, you want to be in infantry. For some reason, cavalry does not work. I mean, you might be able to win, but you're going to lose just as much as you would be in infantry. There's really no difference between the two. I mean, you could even lose on cav, even if they send full infantry against you. Even though it should be like that, and you should win due to the rock paper scissors. But for some reason, the cav, oh, what am I doing? The cavalry does not work. I haven't tried cavalry wedge as much, but I've been told it's the same problem. Like these two are great to attack in with if you're attacking like single castle, and they only have like 200,000. If you do this and you're attacking an all cav and they just have infantry, you will kill them all. But if you defend or if you attack in a rally in cav, you're going to lose. Even if you should win, you're going to lose. I have never seen it where someone's been in cav and they win, even if they get full infantry. Even in Dragon Arena, I have seen people attack or defend in cavalry, and they lose. Don't know why that's the case, but it is. People just lose in cav. So always be in one of these four. I like to be in range and cav because if they hit you with infantry, the cav are going to do the damage for you. But I mean, infantry is fine too, but the problem is most people just have infantry. The most people send cav to kill your infantry front. So, maybe infantry and range would be good. Because if they attack you with cav, your range should handle the cav. Now, when it comes to war gear, especially if you're free to play, this is what I would have. I would have something like this. Now, as you can tell, I have no jewels because it's all in my mix. I only care about my mix. But if I'm going to attack, I would still use this gear because I would still have more cavalry attack than I would have in my mix. And this is what I would have for free to play. Now, me personally, I would do one at a time. This gear was just to show off the gear to people. But most of the time, you want to work on one gear at a time. So I would max out the legs first, and then I would get this to orange. And I'll get this to orange. I mean, I'm just saving them for my next set. I want my cups gold. I mean, not gold, orange, before I get anything else. And when you work on gear, you kind of want to work one piece at a time. You don't want to have, like, this drum, you don't want this orange, this gold, and the next drum purple, and, you kind of want one item at a time. As you can tell, all my stuff can be upgraded to the next level. Just like infantry, I don't really have an infantry set, so I just went with my mix. But for infantry, I would probably change this out with this. As you can tell, if I have enough to upgrade, I'd go with this as my offhand. There are better choices, but for free-to-play players, Trojan set is the cheapest. Like, I have so much in Trojan, I can max this out. And I would even say that when it comes to the infantry, if I really want to, but since I have 2 cubs, it doesn't really matter. If I didn't have cubs, let me go to infantry here. For infantry, for like the cheap option, I would probably go with these things because they're so cheap to make. I mean, look at how much I have to upgrade. I can get 3 of these off the bat. If you have no cubs, I would do that because it's only about 10% in attack. So that would give you another 30% in attack if, you have it. Because it costs 1 emperor, take 1 blueprint, take 3 of these things, take 1 of these. You can have 3 mythic cubs and mythic totems. I would not do this one here. Because I guess you could do this one. It is better than the other ones. But you really want to save that for the legs. You want to get this one done. Like, I'm getting kind of close right here. After this, I would probably go for the handle. Where is it? I would go for this one for your infantry, so you can have infantry cav. And depending on the legs, if you're like, I don't like those legs, I would just focus on this one. I would not do this one, because you need all the halos from the cups. You want these cups. They're the best, and they're the most painful to get. But these cups are the best in the game, compared to champion. I mean, technically they're on the same level of champion. They give you the same stats. The only thing you're missing is army attack and army AP, which is better. But as a free-to-play player, you should go for the cups. The champion, there's no way you're going to get this as a free-to-play player. I mean, look, I have all this from free, and I have nowhere, close to getting 14 of these. And if you want to spend money though, I would go for champion. Do not go for these things. They cost just as much as a champion piece. And they aren't even as good as champion, in my opinion. I mean, yeah, look, I get 35 attack in that, but then I get stupid defense. I'd rather have army HP or army attack, because this defense doesn't do anything. That's why, the champion is better. I mean, the champion's still going to cost you a lot, but if you're going to spend money, do not spend your money on getting the book. Spend your money on getting the champion. For helmet, it really depends on only 2. You really have the choice of a beast helmet, which is cheaper. Go with the beast helmet. You're more likely to get that, or you go with the champion. Champion helmet is better than the beast helmet though. So, you got 42 and 35, and then you compare that to this, and you get 35, 35, 14. And then you get also army HP. And you get more gold protection rate. This is far better than the beast helmet. Beast helmet is okay, but not as great. For offhand, this one's a hard one. Like I said, you can go with this one. You can go with the cheaper option with his, the Trojan Horse one. This one is real easy to get. If you want to go the cheap option, I would go with this. If you're going to go I might spend some money, I would definitely go for the champion, or I would go for this. It really depends on if you want to full blast, you want to do the most damage in infantry, then I would go for the cane, because you get 45%, compared to the 28% here. I mean, technically you have 49% in attack once you count in the army attack. So, the champion's better. But if you want the full, you like seeing, oh, I like seeing infantry attack go up, then I go for this. This is not a good replacement for infantry. I mean, if you need a replacement for the time being, I go for this one. You get 35 attack, you get 35 siege with garbage, but it's better than spending, having nothing. It's better than having a gold one of this. Better than having a purple one. Just like the chest piece, because the reason why you don't want that offhand is you want this. You want this orange. This is the best chest piece for infantry. And now we flip over to range. My range is where it should be. This is kind of a mix. This one's probably better. Oh, do I have enough? Oh, I do. This is better for just full on, one attack. But if you're like, oh, I want 2 attacks, I would go for the Queen Bee helmet. As you can see, I can max, I can get it gold. But as you also see, I can get this max. And I let her get this max because I don't really need the helmet for anything. This is far better. And then you definitely want the dragon talents. They're the best range. Just like these rings, I should probably get rid of these. Like, I don't need this anymore. I'll leave that in there just for the fun of it, because there's no point of removing it. And that would be it for the range. I mean, for cavalry, I know I have this, but people do like this more. So this is probably better. It's a little bit better than what I have now. But I need it, a higher quality than purple. And yeah, I can go higher, but I'm actually saving. And then you might see how I have mix and fake. As a trap, you kind of want to trick people into thinking you're weak. Like this gear kind of looks real, it kind of has the same pieces that I have for my mix. I just have 3 rings. And once I get my 3rd cup orange, I may make some purple ones just to trick people out. As a trap account, you want to take rallies. You want to eat people. And you can't really do that when your gear looks like this. Because people look at this and go like, that's kind of scary. I don't want to tap that. But when they see this, they go like, oh, it's not that weak. Not that bad. Maybe I can handle that. And, construction gear, reassurance. This is not where you should focus. Yes, this is good, yes. But you have the materials. You should focus on your attack gear. Because even if you don't really plan on, oh, I don't want to be a Valiant account, oh, I don't want to be a trap account, you still need the gear. The gear is the most important thing of this game. Because without gear, you're not going to be able to do anything. And, so we cover research and gear. I'll end it there, and tomorrow I'll probably do artifacts.